Alright, sweaty nerds, my name is AJ, I am the Friendly Hermit, and today we're playing Pokémblem. This is a Fire Emblem ROM hack, believe it or not, but it changes everything into a Kanto adventure a la red, blue, yellow. And today we're gonna start a new game, and we're gonna show you some of the features this game has. But before we do, I want to just quickly give a little bit of a shout out to Shadow and Nez, my friendly patrons. Thank you so much for your support. If you, viewer, would like to support the channel, please click join below. It helps me keep doing this, so thank you everybody for watching. If you want to play Pokémblem for yourself, go ahead and dig into that description. I've got instructions and links to everything you need, making it as simple as I can technically do, so you can enjoy and have a good time. You are welcome, and thank you. What I will say, as we start this new game, I've played a little bit, especially on the channel. If you've been following along, you know we've started a normal game. I'm gonna say it's a little too easy. If you've played Fire Emblem before, if you've played Pokemon before, you're probably gonna want to start on at least difficult, but I might eat those words later. Next, you're going to be asked a number of different settings. And as you can see, we have the option to randomize our playthrough here, and I've played, you've played, everyone's played Kanto 1,000 times, so I love to randomize my wild Pokemon encounters, but generally speaking, I like to keep the trainers and the gym battles true to the series. So, you know, Brock is going to have rock types, Misty is going to have water types, etc. But items I like to randomize. Pokemon stats I like to randomize. You'll notice I skipped move stats. Do not randomize this. This is a weird one. You could have a Fire Blast versus a Flamethrower doing wonky, weird damage. Personally, I think as I level up, I want to gain more powerful moves, so we're gonna leave that setting normal. Growths, again, randomized. It's gonna keep things interesting. I want to make this whole thing, yeah, the Pokemon are random, yeah, their stats are random, but also there's no guarantee that that monster is even going to be worth using. Innate skills, I'm not entirely sure what that equates to. I believe passives, or it could be just you catch a monster, it's IVs or something like this. I'm going to randomize that as well. So let's begin. We're going to start a brand new game, suspend data, that's okay. And you're going to notice right away you're just dropped into Oak's lab. There's none of the kind of intro cutscenes, it's just straight in. And you're going to see Blue or Gary just speaking with Oak here. This is Friendly, our new neighbor. I mentioned they were coming, remember? Tch. Welcome to the world of Pokémblem. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokémblem Prof. Welcome to the world. What are you saying, old man? Hush now, Gary. Your very own Pokémblem legend is about to unfold. World of dreams and adventure. Oh, get on with it already. Fine, Friendly, you've been patient. Go ahead and pick your starter. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Just hold on, Gary. You can have one too. So as you can see, our starters are even going to be randomized in such an odd way. We have a very interesting starting set here, and I don't even know who I would decide to pick here. But it's looking like probably one of our best bets is Staryu, but the speed on this thing is going to be abysmal. We're just going to have to deal with the fact that we are going to have a very, very, very slow Staryu. But its other stats are looking like they're going to be pretty well balanced, hopefully, minus the skill stat there. So maybe we can turn it into a tank of sorts. Let's go with Staryu. Ha! I'll take these ones then. Gary's gonna steal 2 monsters. Not just one Pokemon, he's taking 2 for himself, the tricksy hobbit here. And I don't think we stand any chance of defeating him unless we have some type of... All we're gonna have is Tackle and Harden. We may benefit greatly from hiding out very quickly, letting him come to us. Taking a little bit of a risk here, but... Oh, we're just outside of combat. Okay. Well, Harden just within reach. Okay. We might stand a chance. Hey, I said just one! And we got a little teammate to help us out. Not entirely sure where this Magnemite came from, but alright. Now, you're going to notice right away, this is Pokemon as you may recognize it. You know, you've got your fighting, your attacks, but you gotta get in range, of course. You've got your attacks. You'll notice this is a physical attack. That symbol, I believe, is a normal type attack, Tackle. You're familiar with this from the series. You also have the option to perform certain attacks, if not all of them, as an AoE. Now, you're going to see right here, this is going to deal big damage, my straight-up Tackle. But, because it's an AoE, we selected it as an AoE. Yes, we get to attack 2 squares, 2 spaces, potentially 2 monsters at once. The damage is going to be lower. So, we've already used Harden, so we've raised our defense slightly, which is going to help us out very much on this 2, I guess it's 2v2 now. But our Tackle, you'll notice, it's going to do some significant damage here. And again, we're playing on the normal difficulty, so hopefully the game does pick up. It does, but I'm hoping it'll pick up a little sooner than later. But if you're familiar with Fire Emblem, this is a top-down, tactical role-playing game. You can see everything happen. Okay, so I didn't even have to worry. We just crushed that. We have some immense DPS, but of course our speed is going to probably get us smacked around a bit. That wasn't fair. You two teamed up on me. Losers. Sorry about him. He's a real brat. Parenting. Oh, speaking of, your mother left this for you. Get some gold so we can buy some things later, and I'll show you the shop. And here you are. Dropped into Pallet Town. So one of the first things you're going to notice, after our little battle, you're dropped into Pallet Town. Little trainer tip sign is going to auto pop up on the screen. It's going to remind you, save and revive Pokemon by visiting home or a Poke Center. There is no permadeath. So those of you who are familiar with Fire Emblem, fear not, fret not. Your Pokemon will faint. You can always return home or to a Pokemon Center, which doubles as a save space. You can then, of course, once you have more monsters, once you've caught a bunch, you can go here. It's basically like using the PC box, as you see at the top of the screen there. You can manage your inventory as well. We've already got some berries. And in fact, I might just give my berries to the supply. We'll deal with them later. Don't need them right yet, though that'll probably, again, another decision that I might regret later, but that's okay. This is Friendly's house, and over here, this is Gary's house, Blue's house, and if you're familiar with the the Game Boy games, you do get a map here, but it's more of a joke than anything. You find a world map, but it's been scribbled over, and it says loser. You don't need it. There's also this gentleman down here. We can say hello. I work as Prof Oak's aide. I let trainers buy a Lapras once they've fully evolved their starter. Well, that's pretty fun. You'll notice down here we may have a rock that we could smash a little later once we catch a monster that can do so. And that's it. Pallet Town in its entirety. So we're compelled to move forward and continue our little adventure here. Once you get to Route 1, I'm going to jump into my inventory for a moment. I believe it's this button. Is it this button? Is it this button? Which was the button? One of these buttons. Supply, maybe. You know what? I'm drawing a blank. You do not need to pick up Pokeballs. I was thinking for a moment you need Pokeballs, but no. You do not need Pokeballs. Now, right off the bat, we're on Route 1. You'll notice there's a bush there with a hit point bar. That bush, once it's every turn, it's going to regain some hit points. That's just going to keep spawning indefinitely. This Abra, who I am absolutely very, very much excited to pick up, despite the fact that we have a Staryu. I'm going to see if I can capture this thing with a tackle. Not quite right off the bat. We're going to have to weaken it first. So we're going to do that. Hopefully, I do not kill it in the... Okay, perfect. He had a ranged attack. So we did not counterattack. But we may be able to capture it now. Again, you do not need Pokeballs. All you need is money, and it's going to consume the money you notice right here. So if you have money... So now Abra has joined our party. It's that simple. I want to quickly, actually, now that I've said that out loud, I want to quickly just check my own currency, and I don't even know if there's a way to do that. Here we go, 2,500. So the 300 was spent. Maybe we had a little bit of Poke Dollars before that, so now we've picked up another 300, almost. These here are going to give you berries, so we're going to pick that up and trade it to my good friend here, because he has nothing. And he's probably going to be a little less powerful. Let's call the group together and let's take a look. Let's see what these guys can do. I believe it's a weird... Yeah, I got to go grid mode, I think. Was it this button? There it is. All right, so here are two monsters. Right off the bat, you can see Staryu is level 5, Abra's level 1. So we're going to have to do some... we're going to have to work on that. But if I press I'm going to say select button, you can see here my growths. Oof. I wonder if these are my IVs or my growth rates. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being honest. Abra's stats are not so great, unfortunately. You can see the magic is minus 30, so I don't know if these are IVs. His speed is down. His magic is down. This magic stat being the equivalent of special attack. These are Abra's bread and butter. Now, if he evolves, because we've randomized his stats, it's possible these numbers will change drastically. So there's still potential for him. But as of right now, you can see he's got plus strength, plus hit points, and plus defense. So not great. He's also got the charge skill, gain 1 damage for every 2 squares he moves before he attacks. His attacks being Attack Pulse, which is a ranged attack, and Leer, which is also ranged, does a little bit of damage, but ultimately Leer, as it does in the Game Boy games, it's going to lower defense and resistance. It's a debuff, so that's pretty cool. What about our new water gun? Our new water gun has 5 power versus our tackle's 4. We're also going to gain stab bonus, and it's a special attack, as denoted by the circle next to the description, a weak spout of water. It's going to use magic. So that is a magic special attack, let's call it. And if we go now over to our stats, we can see his magic, in fact, has a nice little bonus. He is an attacker, a well-rounded attacker and defender. He is a weird monster, but I'm not a hater. The Staryu is going to be our good friend for a while. And Fierce Stance, plus 6 attack when foe initiates battle. Wow. And being tanky as he is, that's actually really powerful. I could just drop him somewhere and let him sweep anything that tries to attack him. We do have a Drowsy over here. I'm going to try and capture it. Let's try and capture it right now. Let's see what we can do. We have a ranged attack. Can we defeat it in a single hit? Potentially. Crit chance 0, so no. But what we might be able to do is get off that attack pulse. In fact, let's go for the Leer. It'll deal slight damage, lower his stats so he's debuffed, and then we can go for the capture. With the water gun dealing now 22 damage. There's the capture. Drowsy is now ours. 2 psychic types on Route 1. That's a weird coincidence for the randomizer to do this to us, but I am not a hater. Who else do we have? Oh man, a Vulpix. I am not upset about that at all. Caterpie, pretty standard stuff. All right. So I'm going to go for this Vulpix. I'm going to avoid this trainer here for now, because I feel like sometimes I've played and I've felt like monsters change. But we have an advantage over Vulpix, so we might as well just catch it immediately. So if I were to leave and come back, there's no guarantee that Vulpix will still be here, unless that's a glitch. I don't know, but that has happened to me before. So we've got our Vulpix. We're going to pick up this random item, which is a Quick Claw, which I am not upset about. Who was it that had really, really crummy speed? Was it my friend over here? His speed was 3, and that is max. Maybe we'll give him the Quick Claw because even his growth, oh my goodness, poor guy. So maybe the Quick Claw, this was the best thing we could have possibly got right off the bat here. If it's going to function anything at all like the Game Boy Advance games, or Game Boy Advance, all of the games, who am I kidding? Attack first while defending. Okay. This is still good. That's still really good. That's a really good item to just find randomly. Really good, really good. We're going to backtrack very quick because I'm not as brave as I look. I'm not as brave as I look. Those berries are kicking in. People are munching out. That's wasting them, but that's okay. We get an abundance of berries as we move on. And there really is no reason not to bring all of these monsters, even though, you know, we have duplicates right now. Pound and Tackle, he better be a strong physical attacker. Apparently not. But his stats are decent. They're decent. His luck is bad, his resistance is bad, but everything else is okay. And it looks like he's got a decent ability. Paragon, experience gain is doubled. Decent for the beginning game to help us just get through a little bit of this craziness. At least for streaming. I wouldn't want that on one of my final bonds, but for this little video here, it's gonna help us out. So we've healed up, we've saved the game. We're gonna see if we can make it through here. See if we can drag ourselves up there to... Okay, so Abra's still here. We're gonna see if we can make it to, is it Viridian City? Viridian City beyond here. We do not need to do anything. We simply need to capture him with the Ember attack. Good job, Vulpix. Got ourselves a cutie pie. Little cutie pie. Caterpie. Cuterpie. No real reason except grinding. Do we have a flyer? I don't think we have a flyer. If you had someone that could fly, you could just skip this and grab that item. Unfortunately, we do not. I could try grid mode, but it's gonna look like, yeah. And of course, to get cut, you're gonna need to get your hands on. You're gonna have to go to the SSN to get cut. Again, just like the Game Boy game, the original game. It's not safe to move. Are we in combat? We might be. We're gonna end our turn here. So here you go. This is starting a battle with a trainer. Can be a little wonky at times. That obviously is not meant to just pop up at this particular moment, but there it is. I digress. It doesn't really matter. So this trainer is now, we are in combat with this trainer, and I will say you can potentially get sucked into multiple trainer battles at once. So you have to be very aware of your positioning. This is, again, a strategy RPG. It is Fire Emblem, first and foremost, right? I like my Vulpix. I'm gonna give her or him or otherwise. I'm gonna probably do a little bit of whatever. Defeated this trainer. I don't have any more Pokemon. You get a little money. You can leave and return and re-challenge that trainer, but the money, the reward will go down. So you can't just grind endlessly for money. Unfortunately, Vulpix stats are also looking pretty rough. But you know, we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Anathema? -10 avoid and dodge to all enemies within 3 tiles. Okay, so that's like a debuff, an automatic debuff. That's not bad. And of course, our new friend Caterpie. What are you doing, bud? Steady stance. +6 defense when foe initiates battle. Wow, tanky. Look at you, tanky Caterpie. He's got a string shot, a tackle, and a harden. Well, 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 well. I'm not a hater. Not a hater. We're just moving up in the Poke world here. We're doing good. I don't have any more Pokemon. He's still got the chat bubble over his head. I don't know what that's about, but we're just going to keep moving on. This is going to initiate combat against our friend here. All we can do is a physical attack, so we got to get in there to pound, and it's not very good. This Caterpie, like our Caterpie, seems to have that +6 defense while defending, so what we're going to have to do is hit him where it hurts. Get that super effective hit. Vulpix, you're my friend. And we'll just continue this way. Continue on. We're gonna call our monsters together and perhaps let's trade. Here, have a berry. Have a berry. Heal up. Who else needs a berry? You can have a berry. There you go. Everyone's got a berry. We're doing well. A little more money allows us to capture another monster.
I might be little, but I won't.
I didn't. Wasn't paying attention. Let's see. I don't know why the combat music ended there, but that's all right. We might be able to get an AoE off. Let's see how this AoE functions. Ember? No, unfortunately. Maybe, actually. You know what? If I move, because, again, strategy, right? So we're going to move Star U. We're going to harden. We're going to bring Vulpix here, and let me show you this AoE system. So, as you can see, I have a range of 2 on my Ember. That might be Vulpix range in particular, but notice, as I press L and R, I can rotate those blue squares. You can see at the bottom of the screen. Press L and R to rotate. So that's my area of attack, those blue squares. So you can hit your own monsters. Notice the hit points dropping on the Abra there. But we can deal a little damage to both of these enemies at once, and we're going to do it. Not great damage, but I believe you get a bunch of XP for hitting more than one target, and those are good. That's a good level up. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time with it. String shot, probably not great. Tackle, probably not great. Can we get off a ranged attack? And string shot, I'm guessing, is going to debuff. Yes. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, sure. Get rid of some of his speed, and then send in my friend here. Oh, he wants to pound. and he's just not very good. We're gonna have to work on the Drowsy. Oh, did we get poisoned? No. Thank goodness. And let's go for the attack pulse. We'll finish the job. There's one down. One down. Also notice my entire team gets to attack before his team gets to attack, right? Nice level up on the Abra. Not a hater of that. Almost took me out, but we're okay. We're feeling good. We got some berries. And there's that bush healing. Once that bush gets to full health, it will spawn another monster. Now, I don't know this to be true or false or anything. Not sure if there's shinies. I'm gonna go on a limb and say there probably is. I've never seen a shiny.
That totally stinks. I'm going to catch some stronger ones.
A lot of gold for that guy. Thank you. We're just gonna have to jump in here and just do the dirty. Oh, we attacked the bush by mistake. Well, at least they can't respawn now. Pound that guy. Get him. Get him. Get him. And just get in there. We're just gonna do what we do. We're gonna do what we do. Get some XPs, you know? Vulpix has been doing me quite well. Trying to catch everyone up to Staryu. Looks like another Vulpix. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Can we take that item? A saddle. I believe that allows for Kanto? Unleash your inner horse grants Kanto plus. Ooh, that's very nice. Very, very nice. Kanto plus, for anyone who is unaware, I believe allows you to attack and finish your movement so you can still move more after the fact. Was it you? Okay, attack when, who had the very nice, you're the one that debuffs. It was you, wasn't it? Every square I move, and I think we already stopped you from moving. So we can't do that today. I just need to get you in there. It's not going to deal any damage, but the AoE might. A little bit. And since we're in range, within 3 squares, 1, 2, 3, so at least Vulpix is now going to be suffering a little bit. We might as well just... That doesn't even matter. We're going to take her out very easily. Big damage on that. Super effective hit. Just don't like to waste my XP, unfortunately. I'm trying to level up the whole gang. Caterpie coming out. Good job, buddy. Crit. And of course, that big defense. Big defense on that Caterpie. Just tanking those hits. Yes, just telling us about the berries. Signs are weird in this game again. I'm sorry about that. It's not my game. I didn't make the game. I didn't code it to do that. Someone did. A little awkward, but that's okay. I like it. The game itself makes up for it for being great. And we're gonna do what any good Abra would do in this situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 damage on that attack pulse. Probably, or the Leer. I thought it was supposed to give me some more damage, but maybe it has to be a physical attack. I'm gonna check that out real quick. 1 damage for every 2 squares moved. Oh boy. So I just lied entirely. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go like 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be plus 3 damage on a Leer, but it doesn't even seem to be doing that. Oh well. Not really understanding it, but let's get our good friend in here for a good old-fashioned debuff. Oh, that's just gonna take him out anyway. There we go. Vulpix for the level up again. Vulpix catching up real quick. Good defense, good resistance, level up there. And we earned Tail Whip. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pick up a final berry before we move on. Oh, maybe one more. Look at us. Moving up in the world. Any items over here? does not look like it. Are there hidden items on the ground? I don't know. I cannot confirm that, but there you go. That's the basic gameplay loop that you're going to become very familiar with as you play. You're going to go collect gym badges, you're going to find monsters, find items, get stronger, evolve, all of this. Some Pokemon can traverse shallow water. This is what I was saying earlier. Depending on your monsters, some monsters can traverse different spaces. And as you can see, somebody likes going in the water. So we are able to pick up this heavy ward thanks to Staryu. We can examine the sign, but we don't need to do that. We're just going to wait it out. We're going to wait. Wait. And in fact, we're going to go and grab that item. I think we're going to grab that item. Was it an item? It is. What do you do? +6 resistance while defending. All right. Not my favorite item I've ever seen, but why not trade it to our tanky, our tanky bug? Can we make him equip it? Or do I have to go to the supply or something? Grid mode. What's your inventory like, bud? Come on, equip. There you go. Tanky bug now has a little more tanky. He's a little more tanky against magic. If he's defending, which I don't even know if I can do that or not. So here we've made it to the Pokemon Center. You'll notice all we do, you don't actually go in, you just click save, and it's just like home from before in Pallet Town. Same deal, you can go in to your PC, change out your monsters. We don't need to do that. We've already healed automatically by entering it. I forgot we had that saddle, so I'm going to make sure somebody gets that saddle. Who do I want with a saddle? It was Abra that had it, wasn't it? Unleash your inner horse. And you know what? It's a weird thing for him to have, but I am going to say, yes, equip for giving him Kanto Plus. I know it's not really helpful because he has to move. He gets to move after he attacks, but the fact that he's like everything is movement based for him, and I want to keep him as far away from everyone as possible. He's a little tanky, but not really. So I feel like I'll give him the saddle for now. You know, we'll swap it out when the time is right. But for now, that's what we're gonna do. And the last thing we're gonna check out, since we're on the topic of items and gear and what have you, let's check out the Pokemart. So we've picked up some money. We've already discussed that catching Pokemon does not require Pokeballs, but it does require cash. So we don't want to go overboard spending all of our gold, but as you can see, we can get TMs here, we can get items here, defense +4, so we can equip that. So armor, prescience, prescience. I'm terrible at reading. Someone can please, please tell me what that stands for, or what that stands for, what that spells. When initiating battle, hit and avoid +10. That's incredible, depending on how your monster wants to play. But that is a permanent, so that's like an ability scroll, a passive ability that you can teach to your monster. I believe each monster can learn up to 3 or 4. Do not quote me on that, but it's something like that. We have a bunch of other TMs here. So Poison Powder, Quick Attack, Thunder Wave, and Slam. Also, the Oblivious Ring cannot double or be doubled. That means you cannot attack twice or be attacked twice. That actually might do really well on Staryu being as slow as he is. We're also seeing a Moonstone, which I am not a hater of that. I'm going to pick that up immediately. And of course, the downgrade, enemy speed is reduced by 25% when attacking. So since I'm here, since I like the idea of it, I'm going to do my best to save up a little extra money, and I'm going to pick this up and probably give it to Staryu. We'll see how I feel. But that's it. That is the game. Store items randomized. Monsters in the field randomized. Stats potentially randomized. It's all up to you when you start a game. You can also just play it like normal. You can pick Squirtle, you can pick Charmander, you can pick Bulbasaur, and you can start a standard Kanto playthrough with standard stats. The attacks are all the same, trainers are all the same, whatever. Have fun with it. But that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. And if you feel like you enjoyed what you saw, give a thumbs up and subscribe for more Let's Plays. We are around Wednesdays and Sundays, and we upload whenever we can on this channel. But if you'd like to support more happily and get your name plastered on the screen, go ahead and click join below the video. Every dollar counts, and it really goes a long way to help me deliver more content to you. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Ta-ta for now. We will see you in the next one.